What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, by request of Anime Boss 9000, we are going to be using the AK-47 in today's video. And let me tell you guys something. If you guys haven't already tried out this gun, make sure you do it before it catches a nerf, because it's definitely going to get nerfed at some point in the next upcoming month or two. I swear to God, because right now in its current state, it's just absolutely insane. I think there's certain attachments that you could put on this gun to give it negative recoil as well. I don't know the exact attachments, but I'm going to try to figure that out a little bit later. But even as a base gun alone, it's just insane. It's very consistent. All your shots always feel like they hit. The damage on it's great. The range on it's great. You just simply cannot go wrong with the AK-47. And we're also playing some 12v12 on Cartel, probably my favorite map to play 12v12 on. And I don't know, I just haven't really been kind of enjoying 6v6 lately. It's just way too sweaty. I mean, when it's 6v6, it's less players that has to search for, which means that it could prioritize your actual playstyle over connection. But when it's 12v12, it's a lot more players that have to fill up the game, so they can't sit there for hours trying to find your exact playstyle every single time. So sometimes here and there, they add in some noobs to the mix, so it's a lot more casual than 6v6, so I'm just enjoying it a little bit more. And also every once in a while, I like to add this into the beginning of this video. I don't do it very often, I don't like to advertise it that much, but every once in a while it's very healthy for my other channels and stuff to be advertised in the beginning, because I know not everybody watches until the end or checks the description or anything like that. But if you guys do enjoy the content, I know a ton of you guys are watching this through your homepage, and you don't even know that you're not subscribed to the channel, so by all means, if you're enjoying what you're watching, make sure to hit the sub button. And also, if you do want to chat with me in any type of way, I have a Discord and a Twitter. Both those links to those channels are down in the description. But guys, today, once again, we have to talk about the console situation when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and the bricking situation, where people over on the Xbox, the new one of course, are having tons of trouble trying to run this video game, and it's getting to the point where the Xbox is getting so many error messages that it just completely bricks the console and it's no longer playable. But there are still a lot of people in that commentary that I made that didn't believe anything that I had to say, even though I had the proof and I had, an actual article from Dexerto, which is a very reliable source to get Call of Duty information from. Still, some people didn't want to believe it, and I don't blame you, to be honest with you, because Dexerto was just going off of what people were saying on the internet. It wasn't really an official source that had, their Xbox crash, or an influencer, or some big name out there that actually said their Xbox crashed. It was just a bunch of random people on the internet saying anything that they want, so you can't always believe what you see on the internet. But I still believed it, because we did have physical evidence in Modern Warfare that this was happening. And it wouldn't surprise me if a year later, this same bug would still be going on in the Call of Duty franchise. So I believed it, and I made a video about it. Not too many people believed it, but here we are with more evidence, because Blame Truth, a very large name in the commentary scene for Call of Duty, has had his PlayStation 5 completely bricked now, because of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And even though this is just absolute god-awful news for Blame Truth, this is also a positive thing for the community as well, because now we actually have a reliable person in the community, let alone a big name in the commentary scene. Thank God in the commentary scene. If it was live gameplay channels, they probably wouldn't even talk about this too much. They might make like one tiny little tweet or just go off and buy a brand new console anyways and just continue playing the game and posting content. But we actually have a commentator out here who actually had this happen to them that made a full-blown commentary about it. So he described it, he let them know what happened. Hopefully, I pray to God Treyarch sees that video and they can completely understand. But this is a pretty good thing for the Call of Duty community, because now it's definitely a wide-known issue. And hopefully Treyarch is going to push this out a little bit faster, because at the rate that they're going, it's kind of ridiculous. If something was actually destroying consoles, you would think that Treyarch would make that priority number one. That would be their top thing that they want to fix, is making sure that consoles aren't getting completely destroyed while playing their video game. Because that's just nothing but bad news for their video game. If someone's console gets bricked by their video game, all they're going to do is just tell all their friends, all their family how bad the game is because it completely bricked their console, and those people aren't going to want to do it, because who wants their $500+ console completely being destroyed by a video game? Not a single person on this earth. So you think that Treyarch would want to make sure this is priority number one. Wait, screw Treyarch. You would think Activision would want this to be priority number one. You would think that Activision, the top dogs, would be screaming at Treyarch right now to push this out, to make sure an update comes very soon to resolve this issue, or else nobody's going to be purchasing the video game. Especially after yesterday's video that I made, where I was talking about how Activision didn't even bother doing a Black Friday sale for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So it's not like anybody's going to be buying it for cheap. It's still a $60, $70 video game that you have to buy. So with that being known, that you had to spend that much money, and also knowing that it's a possibility this game might brick your console, it's a lost cause, man. They're not going to be purchasing your video game. And it's also very interesting to hear from Blame Truth that he had this problem, because like I said in my previous video, it was only the Xboxes that were running into this issue. I didn't know if Sony players or PC players were having the same problem until BlameTruth came public and said that his PS5 got completely bricked by Black Ops Cold War. So now officially, we know both the brand new Xbox and the brand new PlayStation can get completely destroyed by Black Ops Cold War, but we don't know if PC is there just yet. So if you guys have a PC or you run into any issues, let me know down in the comments section. But I highly doubt that PC will have that problem. I can't imagine someone spending like $2,000+ on a PC and Black Ops Cold War completely breaks it. Because unlike Sony and Xbox, when you buy a PC, especially if you custom build it, there's not really a brand new refund on this thing. You're going to have to buy the whole PC over again. Unlike Xbox and PlayStation, where you could just easily use your warranty and get a brand new system if it broke in, a certain amount of days or something like that. PC players are going to have it really rough. But so far, like I said, I have not heard any bad news coming from PC players. But basically what this means is that if you are a console player, your best bet is just to simply not play this video game. There's no way around it. I'm not joking with you guys. This is a very dead serious video. I'm being completely honest with you. More than likely, you should take a little break from Black Ops Cold War. Not saying completely quit it, because I know a ton of you guys enjoyed this video game. But just for the safety of your console, you should probably take a break. Because the more that these error codes are popping up, the more of an issue it's going to be for you in the future. It could potentially completely brick your console, and at that point, you can't play anything. You can't play any of the games that you have on that thing, all because of one simple video game that you refuse to put down. And please don't worry, I know some of you guys are probably planning on getting Black Ops Cold War, or you already bought Black Ops Cold War, you got a very expensive edition of Black Ops Cold War, and just because you spent that much money on it, you want to play it. You want to put in the time, you want to put in the effort, you want to get your money's worth. But trust me, you will get your money's worth, just not right now. I guarantee you Treyarch is working on this issue. Even though I feel like they should be working on it a little bit faster and it should be definitely out by now, nonetheless, they're still working on it. It's a well-known issue. Treyarch is definitely aware, and especially with BlameTruth getting this issue as well, it's probably going to get pushed out a little bit more, and hopefully the word will spread a little bit faster to make, Treyarch actually put in a little bit extra work to make sure this update comes out sooner. But I guarantee within like the next week or two, they'll probably have an update that comes out that's going to completely resolve this issue that's bricking consoles. I'm just amazed that we're even at this point, man. Let's be honest here, Modern Warfare, it had this issue, but it wasn't this bad. It wasn't everybody in the world talking about it. I've seen multiple top-tier YouTubers and Twitch streamers going for high runs and zombies and stuff like that, and just completely getting booted out of the video game simply because the game can't handle itself. I've seen plenty of people talking about their consoles getting bricked multiple times because they're getting so many error codes. I haven't seen this. Like I said, Modern Warfare, yes, it had its problems in the beginning, but it was still playable. It was still functional. This game is actually broken. Black Ops Cold War is officially a broken video game that constantly freezes consoles, kicks you out of games, it boots you out of the complete servers, they break your consoles. The game is broken. I don't know how it got to this point, besides the fact that it's completely rushed. And once again, I feel awful for Treyarch. They're coming in late to this video game, and on top of coming in late, they're in a freaking pandemic trying to create this video game, and Activision refuses to give them time. They forced out the video game when clearly, this game was not ready to be released. If they had another month or two, I bet you it will be more polished and more playable than it is in its current state. But they didn't have the time. They were not granted the time, and here we are with a video game that bricks everybody's console. But guys, just be safe. Like I said, I highly suggest just not playing the game until the next update. But if you have a craving and you really want to play this game and you want to give it a shot again, just keep in mind that the best way to stay safe is if you do have a problem and the game kicks you out for any reason, or it closes, or it gives you an error message, just turn off the console and let it sit a little bit. Don't keep restarting it. Don't keep replaying it, especially if you get multiple error messages. The first one you see, get off, give it like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. If you want to try it again, go ahead. Do not force your console to continuously try to play the game. If it doesn't want to play it, it's simple. It does not want to play it. Just allow it to happen, leave, come back later. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this commentary, and shout out to the man BlameTruth. I hope everything goes good for him. I hope he's able to resolve this issue with his PlayStation 5, and he's able to fix it, because this is just completely wrong. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, brand new enjoyed content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams on video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.